Hi there, this video is part of a series of videos on how to create a vertical weekly kit. I recommend starting at the beginning of this playlist of videos, so let's go ahead and move on. I am right now working on the very first page of the kit, and that is my full boxes page. So I went ahead in the last video and created this sheet template for how my stickers will, what my stickers will go in. So now we're going to work on full boxes. Full boxes are really, really easy once you have the dimensions. So I'm going to go ahead over here and grab the square tool, or I guess the rectangle tool, and go over to the scale tool and make them the right size. For the Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner, the dimensions are 1.5 by 1.9. I remember those off the top of my head because I also make these for my personal kits. So this would be the cut lines. The red is always your cut lines for whatever your vertical for whatever your full boxes will be. What I recommend and what most shops do is they also put a border around this where the design goes in, which means that when you cut your stickers, it will give you a little bit of room, wiggle room, in case everything is not perfectly centered. Now, a lot of shops have each shop has their own methodology how they do this, but it all starts over here in the offset tool. I just clicked on offset and you choose the distance. Personally, I choose 0.03 for all of them. This is a lot larger than most shops do. I know Scribble Prints Co. especially has very small ones so they can fit more stickers, but this is just what I feel comfortable in. It gives me a lot of space for my silhouette to mess up. So I'm going to go ahead and group these together. Alright, so now I need to have room for all of the 8 of them to fit. I'm just duplicating and then duplicating again and then grouping these all together. So I have my full boxes. Now, one of the things that's interesting because there is so much space in this kit is that there's a lot of room here for something else to go. So I am actually going to put something there. So first of all, I'm going to move this pretty close to the edge here and try to center it as best I can. I'm not doing this perfectly because this is going to sound terrible, but I don't care that much. I mean, these stickers are just for me, so as long as I have room for everything I need, I'm happy camper. So over here, what I wanted to make were the flags that go in the Erin Condren. But unfortunately, I don't have a new Erin Condren. So while I don't have a new Erin Condren, what I do have is sticker kits that I've purchased that have those flags in there. So I'm right now reaching into my stash of stickers. I'm going to grab several kits from different shops and use those as a basis for getting my dimensions. Okay, so I've done some measuring across several different sticker kits, but I think I have a good idea for what the dimensions are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some boxes over here with the dimensions they need to fit in. So first we have the outside dimensions, and I'll explain what this is in a second, or you'll probably see. So this is going to condense it down, but it's fine. So that's the outside dimensions, and then the inside dimensions. So this means that the middles of these need to fit into that. So this is my framework here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that outside dimension and I'm going to work on this. So what I'm going to do to start making a flag is I'm going to first of all cut this in half, or divide it in half, which would be that, right? That looks right. I'm sorry, I'm just making sure this is all the right size. Yes, it is. So I'm going to grab another one of the inside dimensions so that I can try to get this as best as I can. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I basically need to use the cut tool to cut from here to here as best I can. There might be a better way to do this, but this is just the best way I have found. Oops. Let's zoom in even more. Yeah, that looks weird. I wish there was a way to make the cut tool smaller. Is that right? Alright, that's pretty darn close. So let's go ahead and grab this. I'm going to change the color of the outline so I can see a little bit better if it's the right color. Go ahead and make it black. And line it up with my original over here. Just hella zooming in here. Alright, so it is a little off, as you can tell. So what I'm going to do is I just clicked it and then I double clicked it, which gives me some ability. Let's delete that point so it's a straight line. But anyway, you see it gives me, I want to make it a little better. So let's make sure that still looks good. Great, so I think that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to, let's move this off of the lines I need. Duplicate, so usually when I duplicate, you duplicate like this, but I'm going to use the mirror right. It'll just like swing over, grab it all, and weld it. Weld it? Why are you not welding correctly? That didn't work as well as I thought it would, but I think it's good enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop this back up into my scale thing and see if it looks fine. I think it looks fine. I'm just testing some more stuff to make sure it looks fine. Alright, just checking all the intersection points. That looks good, guys. So this is what it takes to make a flag the correct size. Maybe there's an easier way to do it, but this is the flag. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to red, which is the cut lines. So if you were just making this as a flag, you would do the offset tool. So what I'm going to do is make sure it fits. Oh, it fits nicely. So I'm going to do one of those hidden flag things, I think. Actually, I could probably fit... Let me look at these flags. Because I think that I personally... You know what? Let's do it. I personally use these flags for more than just... Oops, not all of them. Let's keep one of them. I use these for personally more than just like the edges. I do a lot of functional stuff with them. So I'm just going to put in a lot of these flags. So let's go ahead and offset that. Yeah, get that border in there. I'm changing my border to blue because I don't want those to be cut lines at all. Let's group that together. Did I group it correctly? I did. I'm going to line it up with the top of this and drag it over just so these edges meet. So, now we're going to see how many of these suckers I can fit in this spot. Duplicate, duplicate. You could probably fit one more. Oh yeah. Does it exactly line up to the bottom? It doesn't. So I'm going to grab all of these and space them vertically so they're evenly spaced. That looks pretty good, guys. I'm going to grab all of this, not that, just grab the full boxes and flags I just made, group them together, center them here. So I can't center them to the box because I have this thing up here. You know what? I'm going to do something a little weird. Size of it. That's 0.55. So let's just remove 0.55 from the height, which would bring it down to 2, I want to say. Huh, that's not right, is it? I'm pretty sure I only made it 0.5. So what I'm trying to do is make a box that it's appropriate to center things within. Alright, great. So I'm going to change the color of this box again to blue. It won't print because the thickness of the line is 0, so like the color will show up in silhouette, but when you go to print it won't be there. I'm going to take this and take that thing I made and center it. So I now know it is perfectly centered in this box. Alright, and there you have it, my very first page of the kit, my full boxes and my flags.